Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you the very first general readings of a brand new year. We are looking at the first 2 weeks of January 2024, and this reading is for the Earth sign of Virgo. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope you had a wonderful holiday season as we move into the start of a new cycle, a new year. Thanks for being here, for taking the time to watch these videos and commenting, liking, sharing, and subscribing, especially those of you that hit that like button. Please hit that like button. The rest of it's important too, but especially that like button. It really does kind of help move the channel along. For those of you who reach out for personal readings and who refer and recommend me to others, my gratitude always for all your support. So, this is for the Earth sign of Virgo, Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Also, if you're cross-watching for Virgo, this video is relevant. If you know any of your other signs, watch those videos as well for additional insight, perspective. If something hits home, if it really resonates with you and you'd like to take a deeper look at it, reach out for a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for someone else, or you simply like the reading style. If you are interested in a reading with me, please email me at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. You can see that email address by clicking the description of this video. I would love to hear from you. I can usually get back to you the same day with all the information. I offer a pretty wide variety of reading choices in all areas of life, of all different types and lengths and styles and budgets. There's something in there for everyone. And still popular right now, the 6 and 12-month overviews I do, which give a look in all areas of your life and what's coming in over the next 6 or 12 months. You can order it any time of the year, of course, but it's particularly popular. I always get a lot of orders for it at the end of one year and the beginning of a new year as we're kind of moving into a new annual cycle, so something to keep in mind. And I do readings full-time, so I'm pretty diligent about timely scheduling of readings if that's important to you. All right, Virgo, I am using the Tarot of Dreams and clarifying with the Radiant Rider-Waite, one of my favorite combinations of decks for the general readings. Okay, we begin possibly with a little bit of regret from you or from someone else. The Five of Cups is a card of kind of looking at and grieving over something which is, I don't know, something which is gone or lost. This is grief, loss, sorrow, regret, can represent apologies. Be careful of this energy, though. The temptation is always to get too stuck in the past, in what was or what didn't work out or what hasn't or what's been lost. There's a certain amount of that is appropriate in order to honor the loss and also to take advantage of the opportunity to learn from it moving forward. But we don't want to get stuck in that energy because the two cups upright and full represent things still to be grateful for, beautiful things in your life or opportunities coming in which you might miss because you're only focused on basically what's behind you. Can represent apologies too, either an apology coming to you or you extending one to somebody else. With the Two of Swords, kind of stuck energy. Twos usually represent a choice, being at a crossroads and needing to make a choice to choose one path or the other. Here, the person is stuck. They don't know what choice to make. And there also may be an accompanying sense of reluctance or resistance to looking at something head on, to addressing something head on, because then you have to accept the truth of something and then make decisions, to move in one way or another. And so here somebody's like, I don't know if I want to, I'm not ready to yet. And so it keeps you stuck. Stuck in the grief, or the loss, the regret. But again, it keeps you stuck. We tell ourselves I think we've all been in something like this, in one form or another, in one area of our life or another. And we think that somehow down deep that keeps us connected to the thing that we've lost or that is broken, but it really just keeps us stuck, period. So next we have this is interesting. It's very similar to your sister sign, Earth sign, Taurus. We have the Queen of Swords here. They had the Queen of Wands. Queen of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, showing up as a queen, as a female, but in a general reading could be anybody. It could be male too. The Queen of Air, intellect, thought, can sometimes be very sharp. They're very direct to the point with the Three of Wands. It's hopeful. This is feeling hopeful, positive, optimistic about the future. Maybe you've laid the groundwork. Maybe, again, there's been an apology here from you, by you, and feeling hopeful, positive and optimistic about the future. But it's more of a gestative card, kind of patient waiting, but hopeful waiting. It could be this person waiting on you. Could be you waiting on this person. Maybe somebody's made an apology and an offer and they're waiting to see how it turns out. Next, we have the Nine of Cups, your heart's desire, wish fulfillment, having everything you want, your cups overflowing with abundance. It's not exactly the Ten of Cups. This is a more visceral kind of physical decadence kind of card. The next card would be the Ten of Cups, which has more of a love, spiritual connection. Here it's more, it's a great card. It's very visceral, your heart's desire kind of energy. With the Five of Coins, which is a card of lack, insufficiency and lack. Could be financially and material loss, money issues, job, employment issues. It can represent on an emotional level, which it may be here, feeling like, or it could be a combination of both, feeling like you're not good enough, like on the outside, shut out, abandoned, rejected, not good enough. It can also represent that you may be missing something that's right in front of you or right close to you because you're only focused, like the Five of Cups, on the need or the loss or the lack. From the bottom of the deck, the overall energy is hope. It's the Star, renewed, restored hope, faith, and optimism. Usually comes after some challenging, difficult, dark time or illness of some kind. Let's clarify that overall energy of the Star. The Lovers and the Eight of Pentacles. There's a relationship on the crossroads here. This is a choice. A choice needs to be made, and it will significantly affect the lives of a relationship. Might be a third-party situation where it's choosing between two people. It might be about the relationship itself. Do we move forward together? Do we not move forward together? The choice might be in another area of life, but one which has or will significantly impact a primary relationship. Do we want to reinvest in this? Do we both want to work together on this thing? Do I have what it takes to continue to invest the effort or reinvest the effort or continue to invest the effort into something if you're trying to build up something long term? Again, it can be about the relationship itself, or for those of you that are in a relationship and the relationship's fine, it might be another area of life in which something didn't work out and you're asking yourself, should we try again? Is there hope for this? Let's take a look at that Five of Cups, Two of Swords. Very similar to Taurus's. Yeah, we have Death, the Page of Pentacles, the Five of Swords. So death would be a final ending, right? Ending so that transformation and rebirth could occur. Something has ended, something is ended. We have the Page of Pentacles here, which kind of like the Page of Cups, it feels like there's an offer or something being extended here, and it's clarifying the Five of Cups, so it may be an apology. I'm so sorry this didn't work out, or I feel bad that I did this thing, or this didn't work out, I wish I hadn't have done that. And then the Five of Swords, which is winning at all costs, no matter what that cost is, which begs the question, is something worth it? Again, it feels like this kind of hinges on a decision on whether to... I'm sorry, it could be that something ended and how it ended, somebody regrets it, or they regret ending it, period. The Two of Swords is clarified again by the Two of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. It feels very much like somebody is having difficulty letting go of something. Perhaps it might be something that needs to be let go of, and Spirit is either orchestrated or allowed this to happen for the purposes of putting you on a different path, and there's difficulty in accepting it either on your part or the other part or both. It also might be for some of you for whom this is a relationship issue or issue which will continue to move forward. Whatever happened previously happens. It was Spirit allowed, at least, to bring something to your attention, or perhaps the attention of you and somebody else, so that it could be addressed and changed or worked, fixed, worked on, right, improved. But again, there's this sense of not wanting to look at it, not wanting to relinquish control, to admit or to let go of something. It's a general reading, so this is where in general readings the details and specifics will vary because your lives are different. But the fundamental energy remains the same. obviously change needs to occur here. It's going to occur. Queen of Swords, Three of Wands. It's a question of what decisions you make, what decisions are made, and how you deal with those decisions, the outcome of those decisions. Even if you're waiting on a decision from someone else and the decision you get back is not what you want, how are you going to deal with that? Are you going to continue to still move forward? The Star and the World. Again, you can read this two different ways. The World is the last major arcana card, so it can represent a final ending. And then we have the Star, renewed, restored hope, faith, and optimism. Do we move forward on this together, or do we not move forward on this? Is there enough to continue moving forward or not? It's the same thing repeated over and over and over again. The 6 and 7 of Pentacles, taking a look at the resources you have, taking a look at what you have. Do I want to offer more? Do I want to give more? Do I want to continue to invest or reinvest in this situation? Whether it's the relationship or whether the two of you are trying to make a decision on whether to try something else again, something that didn't work for the two of you before. 9 of Cups, 5 of Coins. I feel this sort of vacillating, being in the middle of two choices. Do I go after what I think is my heart's desire, or do I shut it out? The 4 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles, an offer being made, but nobody's saying yes or no to it yet, right? Being made, being considered, or would I be better off? Would we be better off? Would I be better off just kind of going my own way or going our own way, right? I might be better off on my own. And for those of you for whom it's an issue outside the relationship, we might be better off just moving forward, because that just costs too much. And that's kind of the fundamental energy underneath this, regardless of how the specifics are in your situation, Virgo. It's, that what I did before cost so much. I don't know if I want to jump in there again. 5 of Coins. Yeah, Judgment, that major crossroads, fork in the road energy Spirit wants you to choose. And the outcome of Judgment is typically profound. It's long-lasting or permanent, so choose carefully. You kind of lock yourself into a path one way or the other, depending on what you choose. Towers, major unexpected endings. I think that whatever happened before was probably, even though in a general reading the intensity will vary, but it was probably difficult. Anywhere from really challenging to maybe catastrophic or super painful. There is an opportunity here, kind of a re-examination of it. And the question is, do you want to kind of dive back into that again? Is there enough to kind of pull you back in? Is there enough to think that it might be different this time? Or are you better off going off in another direction? And that's kind of the whole reading there. So let's take a look at Spirit's, any advice, guidance, feedback, messages from Spirit for Virgo, first half of January 2024. Yeah, we have that 5 of Cups again, grief, sorrow, regret. Still 2 cups upright and full behind. 3 of Swords and 3 of Pentacles. It really feels like there's not a lot of opportunity here for compromise and negotiation. I mean, 7 of Swords. There may have been lying, deceit, too many things being concealed, too much secrecy. Perhaps in a relationship or in a situation, enough wasn't revealed. And now it just feels like, I think for many of you, you may decide, not all of you, I mean, free will, free agency, right? But I think for a lot of you, you may feel like, even though you feel bad about it, you feel sorry about it, regardless of what either side that you're on, it feels like there just might be too much dirty water under the bridge. Maybe too much happened. Yeah, the Devil in reverse. In the upright, it's those unhealthy, addictive, seductive, tempting, but unhealthy cycles. In the reverse, Spirit is saying it's hard, it's difficult because of that seductiveness of it, but an unhealthy cycle needs to be broken. And that's what brings in peace. harmony, balance, healing, and light into your life. It's what brings the sun back in, illumination, clarity, and an uplifting of heavy energies, toxic energies, restrictive, tight, it's not enough, it's cost too much kind of energy. The sun uplifts all of that and brings peace, healing, and balance, stability, and harmony with the Temperance card. But some seductive, tempting, but unhealthy, if not toxic situation has to come to an end. I feel like there's just been too much that happens. That's for many of you. So, this is not one of those readings that I can say, I hope you enjoyed this reading. And life isn't like that, right? It's not all, we all go through difficult times. We all go through times, I think, at least once in our life where we've been really attached to something, a person, a relationship, a romantic, friendship, a job, anything really, a habit or pattern of our own, where it's like we started to put so much energy into it, or something, it just became unhealthy, negative, toxic, and we had to release it. We had to let go of it just in order to bring peace and balance back into our life, even though it hurt, or even though it was difficult or challenging. But that's what we have to do to kind of free ourselves from that, and that's what this situation here kind of looks like. So, all right, I'm going to leave it there. Those are your messages, Virgo, for the first 2 weeks of January 2024. Sometimes I see a lot of this in readings in the beginning of a year, the very end of a year, because I think Spirit wants us to clear out as much negativity or unhealthy energies as possible as we're starting a new cycle, and it feels like that here too. So, yeah. All right. If this hit home, if it resonated with you, or if you simply like the reading style, if you are interested in a personal reading with me for yourself or as a gift for someone else, please feel free to email me directly, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. You can also see that contact info by clicking the description of this video. I would be delighted to hear from you and to work with you. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the mid-month readings. Stay safe and well as we move into the beginning of a new annual cycle, a new year, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.